Hey guys, I found out that I guess YouTube is going to be making some changes on channels and stuff, where where they consider what we say to be hate speech, but it's not. When you're critical about the media and other outlets about how we're being done in as African Americans. Yeah, they want to regulate that. This is DJ Wolf Live. All right, guys. I'm like, really? No, you're not going to regulate what I say. Even if you stop YouTube services or whatever, I got iHeartRadio, I got Google, I got Spotify, and I got iTunes. You're not going to stop me from talking. Our voices must and need to be heard. We do not need to be under the thumb of under anybody anymore. Particularly white supremacy, because here's the thing: they want to go out there and do the dirt that they want to do on us, and we're supposed to be silent about it. You gotta be out your fucking mind. I will never be silent about it. I'm gonna always talk about it. And the thing that changed me in terms of my thought perception about how society has been the last few years was when Trayvon Martin was murdered by an asshole named George Zimmerman, who's still walking free. Some 7 years later, and I ain't supposed to talk about it. I've been talking about it every year. I mention it at least 3, 4, 5 times a year. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to keep talking about it. Because they had the goods on George Zimmerman, and George Zimmerman got off. Not even really on technicality, he just got off. And the state had withheld evidence to keep George Zimmerman from going to jail. That was deliberate. They withheld the evidence. I think the prosecution was in on it. They know what he did. They had the goods on the audio. The audio spoke for itself. And they wouldn't even talk about it's inadmissible. How the fuck are you going to not allow audio of a guy being told by law enforcement not to pursue a subject? I mean, an alleged suspect. And not admit that. And yet, he was standing your ground. Bullshit. He should have been locked up for just that long. But he definitely should have been locked up for murdering that young boy. He was a kid. He was underage. He pleaded for his life in the audio. But yet y'all would not admit that? And y'all don't want us to talk about stuff like that? Are you fucking out your fucking mind? Yeah, I'm going in. I'm going out of my religion for a second. You gonna think I'm gonna stop talking about this shit? Y'all can go kiss my black ass. For real. I'm gonna keep talking about stuff like this. Because stuff like this never gets heard on the media when it comes to the truth. I'm not gonna snub facts. I'm not gonna do it. I heard the original audio. I heard all of it. That's like when that brother who got 2 rounds pumped in his chest down Baton Rouge, I believe, Louisiana, some years ago, for nothing. He didn't even fight the cops. He was on the ground. They said, he was fighting the cops. So even if he fought the cops and you on the ground, you want to tell me you couldn't tase him? No, you had to put 2 rounds in him. And those guys walked. I'm sorry. You subdued the suspect, and even though the suspect didn't appear to be fighting, you put 2 bullets in his chest. And I ain't supposed to talk about that? After you walk or getting ready? Those guys walked. We ain't supposed to talk about it. No. We are supposed to pretend like everything is hunky-dory and everything's fine. Can't do that. The genie is out the bottle now, guys. The genie is out the bottle. Been out the bottle a long time ago, and it's going to stay out. You know what I mean? It ain't happening, Captain. If you really think myself and several other hundreds of other YouTubers are going to stop talking about it, you lost your mind. Even if YouTube pull the mess that they talking about pulling it, I'm still going to talk about it. I got outlets. I got other outlets that I can talk about it on. So, if you think you're going to stop people from talking about it, you got another thing coming. It's not going to happen. We're never going to stop talking about it. The social black media is not going to stop talking about it. And shouldn't. But YouTube want to pull some mess now. You know, I love using YouTube. I'm not going to lie about it. But I'd be damned if I'm going to be if I'm going to be silenced. What the hell is free speech good for if you want to be silenced about what you can't talk about if it's free speech? That's not free speech. That's totalitarianism to me. You know? That's you know, it's a way to, you know, put people in chains all over again. No. That chain's broken. Long time ago. We will not be silenced. No. It's not right. You know? It's not right at all. You want to tell me that black men been fucked with all our lives and we gotta stay silent about it? Are you serious? You know? No. No. Nah. Nobody. Not gonna do it. Not gonna stay silent about this shit, man. If you think I'm gonna stay silent about it, and you think all these other YouTubers are gonna stay silent about it, you are, what the hell? You are definitely wrong, my friend. We won't. There's no reason to stay silent about this at all, ever. For what? White people don't stay silent about stuff that goes on. As a matter of fact, when the Virginia Beach shooting happened, and unfortunately it was a brother that did not, that made a difference who did it. It was wrong altogether. It just so happened it was a brother that was involved with the shooting. And they never stay silent about it. They talked about it all weekend long. You know? They're still talking about Parkland. Parkland happened about a year ago. They're still talking about it to this day. Okay? But we can't talk about stuff that goes on when white people do it with impunity against black people. No, we're not supposed to talk about that at all. Or what about the upcoming, I think it's Showtime, or somebody's coming out with a documentary about the shooting of Laquan McDonald in Chicago. This young man who was 16 years old was shot 16 times by officers for just walking down the street. Just walking down the goddamn street. Yeah. And like I said, I don't care what that kid did. I don't care what he did. You want to tell me y'all shoot an unarmed man? They claim that he was holding a knife. But notice, when he was walking down the street, he wasn't stabbing anybody. He didn't touch anybody. Y'all could have tased that kid. The worst case scenario? No, you want to murder him. That was intentional. You know? But we're not supposed to talk about that. And then they withheld that evidence against the cops for a year. For a whole year before they even released it. And tell me it's fair? No. But that's the same thing with YouTube doing. They're gonna tell you, oh, you can't talk about this, that, and the other because they consider it hate speech. Yet lawmakers aren't doing anything about what's going on when there's hate crimes against us, and they don't even consider hate crimes, even by cops. They don't consider it a hate crime when a cop shoots an unarmed black person. They never talk about that. They don't consider it at all. They didn't consider Trayvon Martin's crime. They talk about standing your ground. They were in support of the perpetrator, not the victim. You know? This shit goes on way too much in our communities, man. And like I said before, I'm going to keep talking about it. Oh my gosh, traffic is ferocious this morning. Because if you think I ain't going to talk about it, y'all can kiss my black ass. I will keep talking about this. I'm going to keep talking about it and keep talking about it and keep talking about it until we get some real justice in this country. Because it's not right. It ain't been right. You know? They continue to try to treat us like second-class citizens in this country for generations, and they continue to do the same thing. They take us as a joke, and I'm tired of being the butt of jokes, literally. You know? I'm tired of it. We had a president who was black, who was an empty suit, and he did nothing about any of that stuff. I mean, he did literally nothing about it. Not a damn thing. He didn't do anything. And I'm still upset about that. How you call yourself the president of the United States and never even attempted to act or initiate any legislation against hate crimes of people, of black people? Because actually, that's what there was. The only people they consider when you are or dealt with or harassed because of your heritage or race are Jewish people. From what I've seen, anything that's done against them is considered a hate crime, like that. Anything of that nature that's done to them is considered a hate crime. When it comes to us, no. They try to say it's justified. Like staying around. Yeah. They torture the victims and exonerate the perpetrators when it comes to us. And I'm not supposed to talk about it. I'm not supposed to defend my people when I know the persons that did it are dead in the wrong. They're wrong all day. I'm supposed to stay silent? Are you out your fucking mind? Because we all know if the shoe was on the other foot, that wouldn't happen. The media itself, the mainstream media, is a social construct to control your mindset and how you perceive what's right and what's wrong. And in some respects, the Bible is too. But you can interpret the Bible and take it up against the things that is wrong and use it against them, the people who's doing it. That you can do. The media is another story. The media is controlled by rich people. Albeit white, who control what you think, what you do, what you eat. All right, and what you see. They controls all of that. You guys are flying out here this morning. Good Lord. All right, man. Well, let me talk about this, guys, a little later on another subject. Hopefully I can do a live feed. This is DJ Wolf. I'm out.